Hello guys, my name is Kadin Shambaugh with the Punch CCG. I'm here to talk about my Floowandereeze deck profile. I got 6th place at the most recent Lockhaven Regional. Uh, I'm only 14, so I missed out on Dragon Duels because of COVID. So I'm out here topping the main events instead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. So you play 3 of the Rabina. This is the best card starter in the deck. It searches any of your small birds, but you're usually going to be searching your Eaglin with this. You also play 3 Eaglin. This adds your big bird. So there's 4 targets for this, which you guys will see in a second. These are the main 6 that you'll play. Onto the other birds that you play. You play 2 of the Stree. Some people play 1 of this, but I like the 2 because it can come up with map where you need a banish cop of this because you're running out of small birds in the grind games. And then I play the 1 token. This card standard one of it comes up with map like when you I'll show you guys the combo of that later. I play the DD Crow. Some people are cutting this card, but I think this card's really good against Despia. I was really scared of the Despia matchup, so this card with Brendan Red, you just hit their target and it doesn't resolve, and then the barrier statue, you'll always want to end on this card. This is the best card in the deck. And then onto the big birds, you play 2 Empin. Some people play 1 of this and 2 Ryza, but I think 2 of this and 1 Ryza is best. I play the 1 Ryza and the 1 Avian. No Snout. I think Snout's decent, but like if you want to play it, it would be a side deck card. And then onto the best hand trap in the deck, D-Shifter. I only saw this card like 5 times during the entire day, but like the games where I did see it, I just auto win. Like against Sky Striker, I saw this card and it just won me those games. That was it for the monsters. On the spells, I play 3 Advent Adventure. This card's really good. Some people were cutting the Book of Moons for this card, but I think you have to play this card and Book of Moon because like dodging the targeting negations, really good. And then like this just gets your map into combo. Like also just like this plus like any birds full combo. So like you're always chilling. 3 map. This is really good because it like plays around hand traps. So like you see this card in Eaglin, you can like reveal the Eaglin and then banish your thing, and then you chain block your Eaglin, which you want to do because then like if they ash your Rabina when you normal summon your Rabina, you still contribute something because you haven't normal for turn yet. The 1 continuous spell. I want to cut this. I want to limit this up to 2. I like this card a lot. It came up with games like where if I would open it, I just won the game because I would just be able to tribute their cards. Like against a 3-round ABC player, this came up with their like they activated Mystic Mine, and it's just really good. 3 pot of Prosperity. I don't have Prosperities, but I was using them at the event. I was borrowing them, and then
Cause you're 14.
yeah, because I'm 14. I'm just better than everybody else then. 3 pot of Duality. This card's mandatory. I only got rares, bro. I'm kind of poor. My bad. But this card, like, it kind of sucked. Like during the day, I like activated the pot of Duality and revealed D-Shifter, Prosperity. So I mean, I got the added Prosperity, but like just like seeing double D-Shifter on this card is kind of annoying. Once you are, and I also was already under D-Shifter. That's it for the pots. I play the Called by the Grave. I saw this card out a lot going second. Cause like if I see the D-Shifter in this card, this came up where I forgot to slide this out and I saw D-Shifter, and I D-Shifted and my opponent asked me on my turn, which I lost game because of it. But I had Called by in hand, so if I didn't activate the D-Shifter, I could have Called by it and won the game. But it's like that sometimes. And then the going second card. I feel like it's mandatory to play 1 going second card. I play the Dark Warrior no more. Some people run Raigeki, but I think this card's really good because against Despia, you activate this, and their Mirror Drade's offline. Like they can't really do anything. And then against the Sword Soul matchup, you activate this in the Shishao Baron. Some people like end on Baron, but I definitely think you end on the Scary Long Yun. But if you like activate this into a Baron Shishao board, they're kind of just like they're losing the game. And then I play 3 Book of Moon. Some people were cutting this card, but I think this card's mandatory at 3. It's so good because like this just like if you break and open this plus barrier statue, it can just go crazy because like you just set this card normal barrier statue and they have to like out your barrier statue or you just win in the next turn. So basically this card can just give you an extra turn sometimes. And then 1 Twin Twister. I like playing a tech in every deck I play. This is my tech for the day. I thought about like maybe playing with the new zombie support. I thought about maybe facing zombie and like them having the zombie roll main deck. And then this just out of Floodgate was really good. And then I played 1 trap, just the Dreaming Town. That's it for the main deck. So I play 15 cards in the extra deck, but these are just 15 random cards. You can play any cards like this. This has a really good wireless assembled. You can play this Downer Magician and Zeus to like out zombie rolls. This is like the only card I made during the day. I use this to like outboards. I thought this was a really good. Like going second, like if you normal summon this into like a Mirror Jade and they have it in like the zone, and they don't have like you stop because like they had like UD shifter, so they couldn't get the Brandon Red. You just make this and steal their Mirror Jade. I thought this card was really good, but you can just play any 15 cards you want. Like it doesn't really matter. But I feel like the only mandatory packages are this and the Leerless package. Other than that, you can play any cards you want. So for the side, I played 2 Twin Twister. I mean that's the one, but this was like for Zombie World. Like the Brandon Despia matchup was a really hard one for me. Like it was like my most scary matchup for the day. But I saw this card. I saw this card against Sky Striker in round 7, and their board was DP, Takeaville, Widowlinker. This card just won me the game because I had like met the map Rabina combo with this card. But I think this card's really good right now. I actually even played 3 Cosmics also. I really feared like any like back row matchup because like I always have a hard time playing against the back row decks. But I feel like 6 like ways to stop them plus the continuous spell is perfect. I don't think you have to play the Cosmics, but I really like this card, especially for like the Eldritch matchup. Like banishing all their set Eldritch cards is really good. And then I played 3 different Dimension Grounds. I think this card is really good and underrated. It's like a D-shifter, but for monsters. So like if you're going first, you can side this and Harpy's Featherstorm. And like if you're going against a deck like Sky Striker, like where they need the right to go to their graveyard, you can slide this card in, and then like this plus like Harpy's Featherstorm is like an FTK. Even if you're like this M-Pin plus like these 2 cards, you're winning the duel. I only played 8. I only played 5. I only played 11 side cards. But you could also play the Harpy's Harpist in the side. I think that's really good right now. But it can also just be breaky because like if you see that card like no other way to combo, it kind of sucks. That's it for the side. So I'm gonna show you guys a combo. I know a lot of people know what this deck does, but I feel like some people should know the combo. I'm just gonna show you the basic combo. This is a 2-card combo with Map and Rabina. You're gonna activate your map. You're gonna activate the map effect, revealing the Rabina in your hand, and banishing your Eaglin from deck. And then you're gonna normal summon your Rabina. And then you're gonna Rabina 1, Eaglin 2. So Eaglin will come back to your hand, and Rabina will resolve, adding you a small bird. Typically here you wanna add Barrier Statue. It depends on the matchup, but usually you're just adding Barrier Statue here. And then you can go ahead, you can normal summon the Eaglin. Eaglin effect will add you M-Pin. And then you can tribute these 2 for your M-Pin. And you can M-Pin 1, Rabina 2, get this back, so you have follow-up now. And M-Pin while you add your Dreaming Town, which lets you normal summon your opponent's turn. And then you can summon your Barrier Statue. You can set this card. So now you basically have a normal summon your opponent's turn. So you can summon out cards like Rise and Avian on their turn to stop them. And then they also have to out this and the M-Pin. So like they have to out one. They can only out one of these cards. You're winning the game. But that's it for this combo. So I'm gonna show you guys another combo. This is what I was talking about during the deck profile. You're gonna activate your map. You're gonna activate map effect, revealing your token in hand. Banish your Unexplored Winds. Summon this. Now you stab your token in hand and map. So now you're summon out your token. Token effect. Your target your Unexplored Winds. Add it back to hand. And then you can normal summon your your Eaglin. You can activate your Eaglin effects to get M-Pin. And you can summon your M-Pin. And then you can token effect add back. And then M-Pin. You can add your Dreaming Town again. So now you have your Continue spell, which lets you tribute summon one of your tribute summon by using a card your opponent controls. So this is really good in a matchup like Eldritch, because you can just keep on tribute summoning with their cards, and especially against like Sky Striker. This card came up a lot. Against Sky Striker, I tribute summon their summon limit. So like I normal to Eaglin added, and tribute summon their summon limit. So it was just like really good overall. I definitely feel like you should play 2 of this though.
This is Andy from Punch TCG. I just wanted to talk to you, Kadin, specifically about this deck, as I have some questions, really. So one of the number one things that we all struggle with, and I think it's very current in the meta today, is Despia. What I want to know is, it's a very hard deck to go against. What do you feel is like the best way to defeat Despia if you were to go first?
If I'm gonna go first, I feel like if I open up a hand of like Map Eaglin, so the Despia matchup is definitely very dice roll dependent. If I'm to open up a hand of like Map plus Eaglin and they open up no interruptions, I should be winning that game because I should be ending on my full board of Barrier Statue, Empin, and they can't really. So basically, the best card against that matchup is you want to turbo up Barrier Statue as much as you want. But I've seen some lists actually play the second Barrier Statue in the side for that exact matchup because the matchup is we win this matchup. But you have to open up good and you have to win the dice roll. But one of the main things you can do to help with that matchup is to open up the Barrier Statue. They can out Empin very easily, so I feel like if you get to the board of Empin Barrier Statue, you should be fine. But you can also like use cards like your continuous spell to tribute over their Mirror Jade. You can also use cards like Ryza that put their Mirror Jade back in the deck, and it won't activate the effect destroyed during the end phase. Because it has to be where it was supposed to be activated. Other than that, I feel like we should just win this matchup, like just because of Barrier Statue. Like Barrier Statue is the best card in this matchup.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. What I also want to know is specifically about rogue matchups. We see that the Verte's banned, which opens up a lot to the mid-range decks. Salmon Gray came back. You saw Circle came back to 3. I want to know specifically, how do you feel about rogue matchups? So Plunder Patrol is one. We have Solomon Great, etc. Especially decks that are now utilizing the Brave package, because the Brave didn't get hit. So I just want to know what your thoughts are on that.
So in a lot of the rogue matchups, you actually win a lot of the rogue matchups that are like tier 2-ish. Like the Salmon Great matchup you win, and the Plunder Patrol matchup you win because of Empin. But I feel like there's a couple rogue matchups you lose, like the new zombie deck with the new support, you lose that because of zombie rolled. But there's a lot of ways to like play through the rogue matchups, because like if you have the Dreaming Town can play through a lot, so can continuous spell. Like the Salmon Great board, you win that because you have map, and their main goal is they end on like 1 negate. Against Plunder Patrol, you just turbo out Empin and they can't win the game from there. And like other rogue matchups, let's say something like Dinosaurs, D-Shifter comes really like, there's so many cards that can just like stop the rogue matchups in your deck. Like Barrier Statue also is another, like Barrier Statue kind of just carries this deck. But D-Shifter and Barrier Statue is very good in a lot of the rogue matchups. Map plus Eaglin like wins games. Other than that, like the rogue matchups were kind of easy.
Sounds good. Last question. Is I want to know specifically, how do you feel Flunder fits in this meta, and will you be keep playing this in the future?
Yeah, I will 100% keep on playing this deck. I think it's a very high tier 1. I think this is top 5 decks in the meta right now. It wins a lot of matchups that are against the meta. Like the Sword Soul matchup, you should win that matchup if you win the dice roll. The Despia matchup, like I said, you can win that if you open up correctly. And like a lot of the rogue matchups, you just win. So like out of like a local like tournament, you win a lot. Out of even like the bigger side regional, like I played against a lot of Therion ABCs, and you just win that matchup. Like I played against 2 of those Therion ABCs. I just won that matchup because of Empin and D-Shifter. And then the plant deck is another really good one. That deck can sort of play through Barrier Statue, but Empin just shut this deck down because they also just play like 15 links in their extra deck. But I 100% would continue playing this deck. I think it's a really good deck to pick up right now. It's really good, really cheap. Honestly, it's a great deck if you're just getting into the game.
All right. Well, thank you, Kadin, so much. Congrats again on topping, what was it, Lockhaven, correct? Yeah. So great job. Thank you again for letting us see your Flunder deck and just showing us all the combos and stuff, and that's really awesome. Just thank you guys so much for watching the video. We always appreciate the support that we're getting as we're growing. Go ahead and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we love you guys. Coming from you, Team Sam. Thank you so much. God bless.